Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes Reacts. I am very sleepy.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
I'm wide awake.
Yeah.
Collectively we are the Office Blokes.
Indeed we are.
Why are you sleepy, Dave?
Why am I sleepy? Because we drank loads of whiskey and ate loads of tasty burgers last night and I didn't sleep very well after it.
Oh.
Was you DMing anyone till the middle of the night?
Till about...
Don't lie, because it'll probably come up in the contents.
Till about
in
1.
the comments, sorry.
Till about 1.
One what? Which time? American East Coast?
1 in the morning English.
English. Oh,
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
it's not bad then.
So no,
We
not
didn't
that
get
bad.
home till midnight-ish.
Well, precisely. I got a taxi, so it was like 20 past 12, half 12, and I got home, so...
Fair enough. What did he do the long way round?
He did
Scenic
actually.
route, was it?
Yeah, he did actually.
So you're coming, mate?
Yeah, I don't know if it I don't know if the bypass was closed or not. But I was looking at my phone for a bit, and I looked up, and I was in the middle of Knutsford. Put it that way.
What?
Yeah,
Knutsford?
yeah.
He's gone the wrong way there, he's had you.
It's fucking bellend. But it cost the same as it did last time when they went the right way.
Did it?
No,
Oh, right.
none of these people give a shit about that. We are the Office Blokes. We've got a Patreon page.
Indeed.
And Dave, Shayla.
Oh, the Australian accent came from all of a sudden there. Go and have a look at patreon.com. Put in Office Blokes React. If you fancy supporting the channel, like numerous amounts of people have done already.
Numerous.
Literally,
Which has been fantastic.
numerousness.
Go down there and check it out.
Good stuff. We've got 2 other channels that are worth a go.
Office Blokes Try, where we try stuff. Last night was Canada.
Yeah.
Canada Day.
Yeah.
In our office.
Some good Canada stuff. So
Cowtown Grill came through.
Kentucky bourbons
great
as
burgers
well.
and
Kentucky, yeah, we did loads last night.
it's nice, yeah.
And we've got Office Blokes podcast where we do 2 podcasts a week. One on a Friday, about 6 p.m. British Standard Time, and one on a Tuesday where just Mike and I talk English Premier League football.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good stuff. So, how to survive a zombie apocalypse. Completely in my wheelhouse, this. I absolutely love debating what you do in a zombie apocalypse.
Fucking wasting your time.
It's never going to happen.
It's never going to happen.
It's pub talk. It's pub talk for me.
No, not in a pub I go in.
Me and my bro and my dad talk about it all the time.
You're one of them when I'm
dear.
trying to watch the horse racing, right? Fucking gibbering on about zombie apocalypse,
Having a
aren't you?
conversation, you mean? Yeah, yeah.
about
yeah,
something
yeah,
that'll
yeah.
never happen because
Yeah.
it's not real.
When me and Mike are trying to watch the horse racing, try to see if our horse is coming through winning, talking sport and, you know, who's on football, and you're talking about zombie apocalypse and skateboarding.
Yep. So you're thinking of it in terms of the old school, the actual dead have risen again, whereas the modern take on zombies is some sort of virus or some sort of parasite in the brain or just something that's making people act violently and irrationally.
Yeah,
I know quite a few people out already.
Or something in the water. I mean, you've seen people on crystal meth that are chewing people's faces off and
See
stuff.
people on
That's-
Spicy Manchester. That's proper entertainment.
Precisely.
Okay.
Imagine if there was spice in the water supply somehow. Everyone's a zombie. That's a take on zombie.
I'd love to
apocalypse.
see that for a few days.
You wouldn't.
When I go
You'd
through
be stood-
Manchester, I actually deliberately walk through Piccadilly Gardens just to see all the spice.
Oh, it's so grim.
It's, probably,
isn't it?
it's entertainment.
Yeah, but they never chase you because they're all like statues, aren't
What are
they?
they going to do anyway?
I know.
Stink you out?
Anyway, yeah, this is one of my favourite topics. And as you can gather from these two, it's not one of their favourite topics.
Zombie apocalypse.
So we will get into it. Had him by the balls.
Brains. Rotten, reanimated, and ravenous for humans. The dead are rising from their graves.
This guy's voiceover voice is amazing. What were you going to say, Mike?
The dead are rising.
Yeah, in some context, it depends what type of zombie. Isn't it?
Well, okay.
The whole world is in a frenzy. The infections are spreading fast, and it's overwhelming our defense. Here's how to survive a zombie apocalypse. Zombies have swarmed folklore and pop culture.
See that you could just walk past them, couldn't you?
No,
They were going really, really
you're not
slow.
allowed in the studio.
There may be 10,000 of them walking slowly, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon I could nip in and out of them easy.
All throughout history. They're often depicted as insatiable, reanimated corpses, or infected people spreading a deadly virus. Either way, they're never in a good mood to come back from the dead, and they've got a craving for fresh human flesh. What should you do if you're surrounded by zombies? Do you stay put? Do you get out as soon as possible?
That's 28 days later. You know, and I asked if you'd seen it before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Here's a few tips that might save your skin and your brains. Step 1. Run. Hunkering down in a city might look like a good idea. You can live in the fanciest buildings. It won't be hard to find supplies, and you'll have access to loads and loads of food. That's what I'm talking about. But food and supplies aren't the only things you'll be swimming in. Soon enough, you could be surrounded by thousands of zombies. A study by the University of Leicester theorized that in about 100 days, humankind would fall to the apocalypse. There would be less than 300 human survivors, and the zombies would outnumber us 1,000,000 to 1. So get out of the city and as far away from populated areas as humanly possible. From what movies have told us, zombies are terrible swimmers. Finding refuge on a boat would be your safest bet to get away from zombies. And whatever you do, don't head straight to the gun store once the news breaks out. Sure, it may seem like a good idea to defend yourself, but tons of panicking people scrambling to arm themselves.
That just looks like a normal Aldi.
It's
It's like the one around the corner here.
Savages in there, aren't they?
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be buggered here because I had to sell my guns, didn't I?
Well, you don't need a gun. You need a boat.
But that's what you need.
Or a helicopter.
One of those massive cruise liners. Jump on one of them for a few months.
Or a massive cargo ship stuck in port.
The gun isn't for the zombie, the gun's for the people. People trying to storm my boat to get on there, and I've got my family and friends on it. They're all trying to tip it over to get on it.
Yeah.
They get shot in the face, not the zombies.
Ah, right.
People control.
Fair enough.
There you go.
Doesn't make for a good situation. In a stressful situation like this, there's bound to be friendly fire and a number of misfires. You're hurrying to get out of town, but there aren't any bodies of water nearby. Where should you go now? Run to the hills. Step 2. Zombie-proof your safe house. Unfortunately, you're stuck on land where the zombies have a better chance of having.
You know, when we drive over to go to one of the clients, when we go over the hills, sort of Pennines,
Yeah.
I think about this all the time because it's so, there's not a lot of
remote.
people, it's not very
it's
built
remote.
up. I'm like, one of these nice cottages that's rural, that's exactly where I'd
Yeah,
be.
there's quite a few that way, isn't there?
Yeah.
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 What about that guy that lives in the middle of the M62?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know because that's not out the way. I know it's
Zombies Drive.
Yeah. Yeah, do you not see it
Just
all the
can't
time?
They just can't swim.
It's fucking, yeah, it's terrible driving.
For dinner. The next best place to go are hilly, mountainous regions. Hopefully, you won't run into a pack of zombies that were hikers in their past lives. Most zombies will have a hard time wrapping their heads, or lack of a head, around unstable terrain. Once you've found an elevated spot, you'll want to find a building made of concrete, brick, or metal. Anything weaker, like wood, drywall, or glass, could easily be torn down by.
I think he's getting his fucking mixed up with the pigs, the three little pigs. Innit?
They'll go in the straw house.
Go blow the straw house down. Yeah.
Horde of zombies. Fortify all of the entryways. Barricade the doors with furniture. Board up the windows. And block off your fireplace. Santa won't be paying you a visit this year. It could be a hungry ghoul coming down your chimney. All is quiet. The final board is nailed in. You're safe to breathe a sigh of relief. But you can't hide here forever. You're going to have to head out and gather some food and supplies. Get ready. Step 3. Suit up. Fashion a suit of.
No one ever does that in things like The Walking Dead, in zombie movies and stuff. No one's wearing hockey gear, or you know, it's bare sleeves and stuff, and they get bitten. What a surprise! No, it just very rarely happens.
Be a shit film if it was a zombie and no one got bit or
I'd go and find a suit of armour and just walk through them with a sword.
St. George.
There's plenty of suits of armour
Exactly,
floated around. We are in England after all.
Should be, shouldn't they? Yeah.
Yeah. But people just don't do it, and then you've got a little bite, and it's like, oh no, I'm going to become a zombie now, and then that's the twist in the movie. Sort it out. You can tell that I'm into this.
Armor out of anything you can find. Hockey pads, gloves. Oh, and a helmet to protect your brains. After all, it's better to look weird and be safe than be zombie chow. Likewise, arm yourself with anything you can find to protect yourself. When in doubt, always stay away and avoid fighting the zombies. You should only use your weapons if they get a little too close for comfort. Step 4. Gather the essentials. Don't drive to the supermarket. The loud noise could alert the zombies to you. Again, you're going to want to avoid densely populated areas, so your trip to the store doesn't turn into a bloody one. Gather enough bottled water and non-perishable items, like canned foods, to last you a minimum of a few weeks. Stock up on important medications, first aid supplies.
Don't forget your Scotland flag. What?
It's just what annoys me about having to rent a house at the moment and not own one is I used to have a proper zombie cupboard. I had loads. Like, if that happened, I could just have stayed in the house and the garden for about 6 months and just been fine. But in a rented house, I've not got the room.
I just phoned Deliveroo.
Deliveroo.
It's all right. Just take it. And it's so far out there, isn't it?
Yeah.
You could live in Northwich. No fucker would bother you down there anyway. Would they?
Lots of guns. Lots of countryside.
Lots of what?
Countryside.
Oh, okay.
Water. There's big lakes. You can just get in a boat and get in the middle of a lake. It's got
That's what
everything.
you want.
No, but I don't even think the zombies would go down there.
It's full of zombies anyway, to be fair.
The centre is, yeah.
And emergency supplies such as batteries, a cell phone, and a radio. Look for warm clothes and bedding to keep you comfortable too. It might get a little chilly if there's no one around to keep the electricity and heating running. You're done gathering the supplies, but there are a lot more zombies outside than when you first arrived. There's nowhere to go. You're going to have to get up close and personal with these ankle biters. Step 5. Mask your scent. You might be able to handle 1 or 2 zombies, but there are way too many out there to fight. Try to hide until they leave, or create a distraction. But if all else fails, you're going to have to stroll with the walking dead. You're going to have to smell like them too. Camouflaging yourself in zombie flesh or guts could mask your smell from the zombies, letting you walk right past them. I think I'm gonna be sick. Researchers at Doane College in Nebraska even concocted a perfume to help camouflage against zombies. They call it Ode to Death. How romantic.
Too much time on the hands.
Should be Ode de Mort or something. That sounds better, doesn't it? Than Ode to Death. You know what I said about scientists, though, that they can just kind of do what they want because we can't really disprove it.
Yeah.
That shows that, like you said, they've got too much time on their hands, a lot of them.
Yeah. What have you been working on today, Brian?
Brian.
Well, smell this. Innit?
Smells like
dear.
shit. It was just a
Smells
prank,
like shit.
wasn't
Now,
it?
what
Yeah.
are you doing? Well,
Yeah.
think about if we have a zombie apocalypse. You're on something there, Brian. Good job, mate.
Keep research going.
There's no way of quantifying it.
There's
or,
another
or
500
proving
grand.
it.
Yeah.
There's no zombies to test it on, so it's literally he's just made a smelly spray in his studio in his lab.
I know.
It uses 2 chemical compounds that a decomposing body produces, putrescine and cadaverine.
Is that the aftershave you use?
Yeah, all the time on my
That's why
balls.
you're single, mate.
Yeah.
Result, well, smells like rotting flesh. Maybe we could just arm ourselves with bottles of Ode to Death in a zombie apocalypse. You made it out bite-free. Now, let's wash off these zombie guts. While hordes of hungry zombies might seem far-fetched, there are lots of other things in the world that could eat us. How would you deal with a piranha feeding frenzy? Don't worry, we have just the video to help on how to survive. So like and subscribe for more survival tips.
I love that.
That channel's ace.
Yeah, absolutely
channel.
love
I
that.
found that.
Go-
That's brilliant.
Everyone go and like and subscribe and all that good stuff. Link in the description. That's
That's a rabbit hole we're going down on
Oh,
our
yeah. Without
definitely.
a doubt. It was quite basic, the stuff he was saying,
Yeah.
to be fair. It wasn't like...
Yeah, I think if you dug down into it, there's more odds on a Swiss cheese, isn't there, in that theory? But,
Yeah.
It's,
Well, that's not...
I just don't, that perfume smells of rotting flesh. If people walk around rotting flesh, they won't last long anyway, would they? They'd all be dead within a week. I don't know.
Who'd be dead in a week?
The zombies.
I thought they don't die.
It depends what type of zombies.
That's it, yeah. If they don't die, then obviously it's not real. If you're going about like a real life
They're not reanimated
disease or something.
Yeah, they're not reanimated corpses. The sort of thing that people think about now is a virus that's affecting brain functions. And
If it was a virus and did that, then you could see that maybe to a certain extent people could be like that. But
Yeah.
I mean, it does be. But obviously they won't be the Walking Dead or anything, would they? So
no, that's
Yeah,
where
that's
like
just not
reanimated
possible.
corpses versus zombies. It's quite a vast
yeah,
Conversation
of
we're having
things.
here.
yeah.
I love it. I absolutely love it. And the thing is, though, and something else to think about is, you remember when everyone went psycho at the beginning of the pandemic and you couldn't get pasta, you couldn't get
Toilet roll.
tomatoes, toilet roll, all that sort of stuff. We've always joked about the zombies. What you're going to do when the zombies come as kind of an excuse to prep a little bit. So you've got a cupboard full of stuff. And when it comes in handy is something like that happens and all the knobheads buy everything in the supermarket and you just sit back and go, well, I'm fine, I've got plenty.
You saw that as more of an apocalypse zombie light sort of thing.
Does this live in your head?
Yeah.
Do you like, you fucking think every day when you go home, right, I need 18 fucking rolls of toilet roll.
And I'm not toilet roll, because why stock up
I need
on that?
27
That's
tins
stupid.
of fucking corned beef.
I buy, when I buy rice, I buy a 5 kilo bag of it. Always.
Yeah.
So like that sort of size rather
fine.
than one of these.
It's cheaper anyway, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Cheaper way
It
to
works
do
out
it.
cheaper
Buy in
and it just
bulk,
goes in the
it's
cupboard
cheaper.
and I just fill a pot with it that goes
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the side. Do things like that. I think about stuff like that all the
I've
time.
never in my life bought rice.
Really?
Never.
Supermarket rice.
Any rice. I've been in a restaurant and they've served it with rice.
that's what I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
yeah.
come with rice. But I've never been to a shop and bought rice.
Well,
Why would you?
Oh.
well, if you fancy eating rice, and you
Then,
have to go
then
and
you
buy
would.
some rice, don't you?
You'd have to go and buy some. Yeah.
Just order it. Comes made.
You hate shopping, don't you?
He's not keen.
Yeah, it's kind of a fun thing to pontificate on because of the real world ramifications, like
Yeah.
a pandemic, and everyone acts like knobs and buys everything.
Yeah.
And you don't have to worry about feeding your kids because your cupboards are full. Things like that. The zombies are just kind of an
Yeah,
excuse
you
for
can't
us to
take it
talk
too
about all that
literally,
stuff.
can you?
No.
I get that.
Yeah, because
But,
it could be. And if you watched this program called Doomsday Preppers, and if you've ever watched that, the people
It'd be along the same lines, wouldn't it? Same type of thing, prepared and hoarding stuff and I get that.
people there are preparing for solar flares, knocking out the electrical infrastructure.
Yeah.
They're like the vast array of things. They're all different. People are scared of different things.
Haven't we got that going on at the moment? Isn't it like loads of like space junk? Sort of like in our atmosphere at the moment.
I don't pay attention to it. What can you do about it if somebody?
I have heard of things like, but yeah, I mean, there's supposed to be a lot up there, but
No,
it's a
sorry,
big
at the
space
moment,
as well,
there's
isn't
a
it?
big thing going on at the moment, isn't there? Like more than normal.
Yeah.
At the moment.
Oh,
And they
you're
reckon
right, okay.
satellites might be knocked out because of this that's going on at the moment.
Yeah.
Saw it on the news the other day.
Yeah, fair
Yeah,
enough.
highly possible. But yeah,
Enjoyed
anyway,
that.
it's
Though.
good fun. Yeah.
Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that too. Don't forget like and subscribe on all 3 channels, please. And we'll catch you on the next one.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.